Hi guys, welcome back to my homeschool. My name is Julie Summers and this is a Wild Summers homeschool. We are going to be talking about Classical Conversations Week 2. This is Cycle 1, Week 2. And let's get started. So the first thing that we did was our Bible study. We did this every single day. And this week we were learning about what God created on days 4, 5, and 6. So it was really fun learning about what God created on days 4, 5, and 6. Our favorite thing was on day 4, God created the sun and the stars and the moon. So what we did for this day was we got our What Shall I Draw book, and we learned about drawing circles and how to draw a perfect circle. And we used a paper clip, and you clip a paper clip to your paper and you draw around it, and that draws a perfect circle. So we learned how to do that. We also learned how to draw fish using this, and how to draw all of the things that creepeth upon the face of the earth. So it was really fun learning how to draw these things, and this is a really great resource for early learning, and it's been really fun learning that. We also learned the rest of our Knick-Knack Paddywhack song, which is in our Ancient Civilizations book. So if I can find it. Here we go. So this book is by Diana Waring, and it's we learned 4, 5, and 6, which is on day 4, God made sun, stars and moon for sparkly fun, with a knick-knack paddywhack, only God alone could make me such a perfect home. On day 5, God made fish, birds and whales with tails that swish, with a knick-knack paddywhack, only God alone could make me such a perfect home. And on day 6, God made critters, you and me, and things that jitter, with a knick-knack paddywhack, only God alone could make me such a perfect home. And then here's the rest of the song. On day 7, God said rest, 'cause I love you and it's the best, with a knick-knack paddywhack, only God alone could make me such a perfect home. Some people seem to think God did not make everything, but with a knick-knack paddywhack, only God alone could make us such a perfect home. So it was really fun this week learning the rest of this song, and it has been stuck in my head for several days now. So we learned this song. We also went over our timeline. We are doing week 2 of the timeline, which is the 7 wonders of the ancient world through the China Shang dynasty. And this week was so fun watching the kids pronounce all of the different names, the Hittites and the Canaanites and the Cush, and watching them learn the emotions that go with that. So I will link the timeline down below for you guys. We did those every single day, and then of course we did our packets, which have our English grammar in them, and our mathematics. For math this week, our games that the kids played, Ella played this one. This is just a basic addition game. She used, well, I don't seem to have them right here with me, but she used her different colored animal counters to play this game. This game is a kindergarten and first grade game, and it is from 123homeschoolforme.com, and I will link that down below. And then These are found at filefolderfun.com. For this week, math was the 3s and 4s times tables, or skip counting the 3s and 4s. So this is one with volcanoes on the front, and they just match up the cloud with the volcano. And then this one, they just match up. This is the 4s. They match up the star with the shooting part of the star, the tail of the star. And I have the answers on the back of those for them to self-check themselves. So that's what we did for our math games. For our English game this week, we played Toggle Junior a lot. So we played, this is the one that has the cards and you're supposed to spell out the words. So you can do it like just matching up the letters with the different pieces, or you can cover that up and you can try to spell the words, which that was really fun. That was also great for spelling time with the kids. So we played that 3 times this week. It was really fun. For history, we colored this Gilgamesh page with the story of Gilgamesh out of our Story of the World. And we learned about the Sumerians. So the stories in the Story of the World that go with this are chapter 8, and that is the Assyrians. And that is the chapter that we read this week. We also learned a lot about cuneiform, and we did a bunch of that with Play-Doh. So I have all these Play-Doh things in here. These are all my little cutouts and stuff. But I have tons and tons and tons of different colors of Play-Doh. I have red and black and blue. More red, different color red. More black. Pink. Anyway, I have tons of colors. And we had a ton of fun twice this week. Just getting the Play-Doh out. And the first time we tried to make the cuneiform, which I will link a picture right here. And so we tried to do that, and it was pretty fun doing that. And then the kids tried to write different animals. So this was Troy's. I don't know if you can see that, but it is an ox. Let's see if I can get it up closer. There you go. So this is the cuneiform for ox, and this was what Troy drew, which he did a really good job. That's actually really, really close. And then this one is Ella's, and she tried to sign her name in cursive, which is so cute. But that was the cuneiform that she wrote out. Then what else did we do? We watched a couple of videos on, I can't remember the site now, on Amazon, the Secrets of Archaeology. That's what they are. We watched a couple of those to go with our history this week. For English grammar, we learned the prepositions about, after, above, against, and across. And we learned what those mean. And then for Latin, we listened to the CD several times a day, just to get the Latin noun cases down. And they were the same noun cases as last week, so we were already pretty familiar with them, and the kids were kind of bored with doing that. I still haven't really figured out what to do about Latin yet. I will. But so far, nothing comes to mind. So for science this week, science was pretty fun. Our hands-on activity this week was making like yarn and cup telephones, and we actually made one that worked, which was really fun, and it took us like an hour to do it, and then the kids played with them all week, which was great. For this week, we are learning what are the 5 kingdoms of living things. So there's the 5 kingdoms of living things right there. And then on the other side, I have where the kids can draw it in the different places. They can draw a picture of it, which is really cool. And this is laminated, and I'm not sure where I got that. I believe it was off of CC Connected. But we did that, and then we learned about some different animals on Octonaughts, and we learned about itty bitty microscopic animals on Octonaughts and on the Magic School Bus. So that is what we did with that this week. We also, Troy also played this game, which is a punctuation game. You park the cars that have the correct punctuation up here, take them from here and you park them on here. It's a really fun game. It actually took him a while because there were some of them that he didn't quite know. And I think that's basically everything that we did this week. I will link all of the different resources that were movies that we watched, little short videos that we watched, because we watched several of the videos off of Magic School Bus, and I believe we watched Cat in the Hat. I have it written down what we watched, and then I will also link The Secrets of Archaeology down below. That is on Amazon. And we also watched Peepo, History with Peepo. And that is basically what we did this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some great ideas, and I will see you next time.